to sit on the witness stand to defend her life. And I wouldn't claim that I could explain my sister's crime, but she said she's on trial in the courtroom in her mind. It's kinda like a family reunion, she said, all of the family's there. Dad is the bailiff, but he's fallen asleep in the bailiff's chair. And there's lots of waiting, and I get scared. And then we all stand, and Mom comes in with a gavel in her hand. True, there have been days of hiding, but who doesn't have secrets in their heart? Once in a while, sister on trial. She says when I get up to testify on my own behalf and tell all the truths I have always known, everyone starts to laugh. And the judge doesn't pay attention, she just polishes my PhD. And the bailiff sleeps through everything, and I can never leave. True, there have been days of hiding, but who doesn't have secrets in their heart? Once in a while, sister on trial. Well, after she told me this story, I looked at my sister for a while. And I said, how does it end? What happens in the trial? She said the scariest part of the whole damn thing, just between me and you, is they'll always find me guilty, 'cause I'm the jury too. Long ago when we were kids and I'd be making waves, my sister was a good girl, she knew how to behave. And I would always find myself in trouble of every kind, but I never knew she was the one on trial in her mind. True, there have been days of hiding, but who doesn't have secrets in their heart? Once in a while, a sister on trial. Oh, sister. Thanks, y'all. I know it's a little bit early in the day. It's 9 a.m. for me. I live in Los Angeles and I just flew here, took the red eye last night. But even for all of you who probably slept out here last night, it's probably a little early in the day for a sing-along. But this is the world-famous Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, and legendary for its singing-alonginess. So this one's a sing-along. It's the title track from my new CD. And it's kind of a hard sing-along, but since you're a professional folk audience, you can handle it. this song. It's also about my neighborhood where I live in Los Angeles. Carburetor's broke, so are we. I guess we'll ride the bus. But everybody should be jealous of the two of us. Sometimes things get so damn easy. You know it's true that you love me and I love you. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna dance, we're gonna sing, we're gonna buy fish tacos at Burrito King. Someday we'll have money, but right now it's hard. So we'll put them tacos on our credit card, stay out late, and love each other. You guys get all that? That was your part. I told you it was gonna be hard. Well, you get worried, baby, so do I. About what we're gonna do. But I think sometimes the only way out of trouble is just to go straight through. Sometimes things get so damn easy, that's a fact. But you love me, I'm gonna love you back. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna dance, we're gonna sing. We're gonna dance, we're gonna sing. We're gonna buy fish tacos, where at Burrito King. Someday we'll have money, someday we'll have money, but right now it's hard. So we'll put them tacos on a credit card, stay out late, love each other. I swear I heard that the Falcon Ridge audience was the singing alongiest audience ever. I have to leave town right after I'm done playing here. Go back to Los Angeles. I'm performing there tonight, believe it or not. Thanks. And so I don't have time to hang out at the campfires and sing songs with you guys. It's my only chance, so let's do it one more time and make it really good. I know you know the words now. You heard it once. Okay. Because we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry. Well, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna dance, we're gonna dance, and we're gonna sing. We're gonna buy fish tacos. How does Joe Baez do that? Burrito King. Someday we'll have money, but someday we'll have money, but right now it's hard. So we'll put them tacos on, stay out late, love each other. Come on, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna laugh, oh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna dance, we're gonna dance, we're gonna sing. Yeah, we're gonna buy fish tacos, gonna buy fish tacos, yeah, at Burrito King. All right. And someday we'll have money, but right now it's hard. So we'll put them tacos on our, we'll stay out late, love each other. Well, someday we'll have money, but here's the thing, we're still gonna eat at Burrito King. 'Cause it's a damn fine taco. We're gonna love each other. Yeah. Love each other. You wanna do it one more time? Alright. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. We're gonna dance. We're gonna dance and we're gonna sing. We're gonna buy fish tacos. We're gonna buy fish tacos at Burrito King. Someday we'll have money, but right now it's hard. We'll put them tacos on our credit card, stay out late, love each other, stay out late, love each other. Christopher Williams for banging on the drum. Thanks you all for listening. Thank you.
It's Brian Joseph. My name's Eric DeHone. I'm one of the judges for the showcase this year, so I can come out now. After you've seen Brian, I think we're pretty safe for the rest of the afternoon. We've got a little business to talk about before we bring the next artist out. We do listen to what the fans say during this showcase, and you have a survey in your program. We need you to fill out that survey and make sure that we get it, because the artists that are picked by the fans here this afternoon are going to be back next year. So listen carefully, enjoy the afternoon. Our next artist is from New Hope, Pennsylvania, LisaBeth Weber, with Margaret Marshall singing harmony.
Hi, thank you. This is my stunt singer, Maggie Marshall. How you doing? I love you all. I went to Ellis Island last year with my dad. It was one of the best days with him that I've ever had. He told me all the everythings that he could remember of his family's legacy on that cold day in November. We took the ferry over and we passed Miss Liberty, and I wondered if she looked at them the way she looked at me. And my dad said that his dad took my grandmother's name, 'cause hers sounded less Russian and be less fire to the flame. And it's across the water for your sons and daughters, cross your fingers that they'll land safely on the shore. All the generations, through all the immigration, setting all their hopes and dreams and more on this United Nation. Well, there were suitcases and baskets scattered all around, with monograms half faded and sometimes the name of a town. And on the walls were documents announcing their arrival, but there was nothing there to document the chance for their survival. We stared at all the photographs as if we knew their names, and we read up how they traveled on those ships for many days. And in the name of freedom, the chance to cross the ocean, our grandmothers and grandfathers in a sea of devotion. And against all odds, they started families, they started jobs, they changed their legacy for people like my dad and me. Cross the water for your sons and daughters, cross your fingers that they'll land safely on the shore. All the generations, through all the immigration, setting all their hopes and dreams and more on this United Nation. I went to Ellis Island last year with my dad. It was one of the best days with him that I've ever had. Cross the water, cross the water. Thank you very much. That's Maggie Marshall. Thank you so much. This next song, I'm very happy to tell you, was broadcast on Car Talk, National Public Radio's Car Talk. My favorite radio show next to the Gene Shea Show. This is has a part for all y'all. That's plural for y'all. I wrote the song when I was driving back from Nashville. Dedicate this song to all the recreational vehicles here. This song is called Get Back in Your RV, Harvey. I hope you all sing along on your part, which is just going to happen automatic like. Well, there were two people named Rhonda and Harvey. They met each other one day. You see, Rhonda had a Honda and Harvey had an RV. They took a trip and fell in love on the way. Harvey hooked the Honda to the back of the RV, and Rhonda navigated like a pro. They talked about everything, from Elvis to Barbie, and all of the places they would go. Well, first they went to Memphis, then way down to Texas, Alaska and Nebraska too. And then they tied the knot when they got to Vegas, like all them lovesick couples do. Then they took their honeymoon from late September to early June. They covered 47,000 miles. But they could not decide where they should reside. So they moved to Central Jersey for a while. But their love did not last. I guess the die was cast when Rhonda caught Harvey cheating with her best friend Rhoda in Rhoda's new. Thank you. It was a most unfortunate meeting. And she said, well, get back in your RV, Harvey. Drive it on down the road. 32 feet of lies and deceit. That's where you call your home. So get back in your RV, Harvey. Don't come around here no more. Pull in the driveway, just get back on the highway. You're not welcome at my door. She was visibly upset. It's a family show. Well, Harvey got right out and he began to shout, Rhonda, you are overreacting. Besides, I saw you on that cycle with my best friend Michael. Yes, your lies are better than your acting. And he said, can you guess? Well, get back in your Honda, Rhonda. Drive it on down the road. You're so small, you're gonna need a U-Haul to get all your belongings home. So get back in your Honda, Yolanda. Trick it. Don't come around here no more. Pull in that parking space, and I don't wanna see your face. You're not welcome at my door. Like their marriage was over. It looked like there was no hope in sight. Till Michael asked Rhoda out for an ice cream soda. They fell in love that very same night. But they said, now what do we do? Our best friends think they're through. Michael said, I know, let's go horseback riding. So they went down the bridle path. Sorry. And talked about computer math and how to get their best friends to stop fighting. And Michael said, I've got a plan. And he went and called up Harvey. For you, my friend, I've got a proposition. See now, you give me your RV, and I'll give you my horses. And you and Rhonda can go find the love you're missing. Well, Harvey thought about it. He said, oh, what the heck? You even got Rhonda to listen. Well, they went on a date. They took those horses. It was great. They fell in love again and proceeded to start kissing. Well, I know what you're thinking, and you've every right to know what the moral to this story is today. It's if we all rode horses, there would be no divorces! You all thought therapy was the answer, didn't you? And that is all I have to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have time for a real short song. And everybody come and say hi to me at my booth over there called Women from Mars. Come say hi. Let's send this song out to the front porch, top of the hill. There you go. Maggie Marshall. Thank you. left hand, so she'll find another man. You gotta get up and out on the old dance floor. Cause the world goes up and the world goes down. You got a lot of bit of sunshine enough to go around. There's a mighty fine reason for the color of the sky, so you might as well laugh. No use to cry. Traveling around all your life, no time to settle down, no time to take a wife. You gotta get up and go on down the road. You talk about how things used to be, but now the future's such a great mystery. You gotta get up and catch up to your speed. Cause the world goes up, the world goes down. You got a lot of bit of sunshine enough to go around. There's a mighty fine reason for the color of the sky, so you might as well laugh. No use to cry. Moving forward is the way to go, but not too fast and not too slow. You gotta get up and get out of your own way. A little bit of something is better than life. There's always tomorrow. If today is shot, you gotta find out the secret to play. Yeah, you gotta find out the secret to play. Cause the world goes up and the world goes down. You got a lot of bit of sunshine enough to go around. There's a mighty fine reason for the color of the sky, so you might as well laugh. I said you might as well laugh. You know you might as well laugh. No use to cry. Thank you so much. Have a great time.
LisaBeth Weber and Margaret Marshall. The people you're seeing this afternoon, a lot of these people have been out there playing music in clubs. They're getting their starts. Some of them have been around for a while, but they're making a living. We have a very fine instrumental guitarist from Wendell, Massachusetts, Francis Doughty.
Greetings, fellow music worshipers. Should we test that one? Okay, the first tune I'm going to do is an arrangement of mine of a Jeff Muldar song called Mole's Moan. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm having kind of a bad hair day. That's the least of my worries. Yeah, Laura and I, we live in Wendell, which is a small rural town. And there's a few of us here, which is nice. We have, we share our lives with 2 cats and 10 chickens. And pretty fond of the chickens. They seem to be a bit uneasy about us going away last couple of weeks, so I told them that we're going to a place called Chicken Ridge. Yeah, it was one of those situational ethics, which is another way of saying I lied to them, and it made them a little uneasy. I mean, actually, you put them at ease at first, and then they, you know how it is when you start telling little lies, they kind of slide into another because they started wondering how come they weren't coming. But actually, truthfully, this is like a big camping trip for a lot of us. I'm going to stay under my 10 minutes here. And actually, the song I'm going to play is from my CD. It's called By Lantern Light, and it's a song that I wrote over a series of camping trips. None of them were ever like this, though. Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is practice for us too.
Hi, I'm Carol Metzger. I'm one of the crew chiefs for record sales over there. All you wonderful, can you hear me? Yes. This is the very first time I've been on main stage, and it's the very first time all these folks have been too. Get right into the mic. Sorry. This is, I can move it? Okay, good. The next person is Zoe Lewis. She's from England and now from Providence, Massachusetts. Provincetown! All summer long, she's going to be out there performing. You get to hear her today. She's excellent. Take it away, Zoe.
You're already worn out. I showered. Oh, you're worn out
Is this yours? Is this thing off or no? Yeah, this is ours.
A vocal outcry. Hooray! We have sound. It's nice. I mean, it's quite nice without sound sometimes up here. It helps usually. And, you know, I don't know if anyone's been to Provincetown, Cape Cod. Have you been to Provincetown? I fell in love with that place. I came from England, fell in love with it, and, you know, I just thought I'll lay my roots down there. Because traveling around a lot, it makes you a little bit spacey. I don't know if anyone's spacey. Well, I have a friend who's extremely spacey, and, you know, I said to her, do you ever think about the hereafter? And she got quite philosophical for a moment. She said, yes, I do often think about the hereafter. Sometimes I go into the living room, sometimes the bathroom, sometimes the kitchen, and the dining room, and I think, what on the earth did I come in here after? And the thing is, it's happened to me already, so this is for anyone who's a little bit spacey. She was sharp as a needle, proud as a pin. There was a little of Einstein lurking underneath her skin. She was hip to his theory, cool to his rules. She was clear-headed as a swimming pool. She'd recognize your face, remember your name. Never forgot her umbrella if it looked like rain. A virgin on the genius, perhaps, but sometimes she'd have a momentary memory lapse. She would say, pass me that thing. I mean the thing right next to that thing. You see, the thing is, it slipped my thing, but I'll do anything to get that thing, yeah. She had more bubble than a champagne bottle. She could small talk with Mr. Aristotle. Similar to Socrates, she was somewhat smart, knew her complete works of Shakespeare by heart. She could sleep in Latin, rise in French, even brush her teeth in the subjunctive tense. But when those spaced out symptoms started emerging, thank your lucky star, she ain't a neurosurgeon. She'd be saying, doctor, could you remove that thing? Not that one, the little pulsing of any wobbly thing. No. The thing is, it slipped my thing, but the lady would feel much better if you snipped on her thing, sorry. sometimes, yeah. She was sharp as a needle, bright as a pin. There was some Pythagoras lurking underneath that woman's skin. She was hip to his theory, cool to his rule. She was clear-headed as a swimming pool. She was keen as a blade. She was fit as a fiddle at fathoming out the most impossible riddle. Shrewder than spaghetti, farmer's fettuccine. But those words still escape her like little Houdini. She would say, pass me that thing. What thing? I mean the thing right next to that thing. Which thing? The thing is it slipped my thing. But I'd do anything to get that, get that, get that. But you pass me that thing. Which thing? The thing to the left of that thing. You see, the thing is it slipped my thing. But I'd do anything to get that, whatchamacallit, thingamajig. Stop-a-doo-doo-doo, that thing. Yeah. Spacey too, I guess. Here, Nancy here, I was showing her the lyrics to that song, and she was like, that's a song about me. So she's actually interpreting a completely different song right now. She just did Bar Bar Black Sheep. It comes back. Anyway, give it up for Nancy over here. She's doing an incredible job. Nancy. Well, this little one, I just recorded a new album, and it's going to come out soon, and went a little bit Latin-y here, because I often go down to San Francisco. I'm sure plenty of you have been, and I often stay in the Mission District, which is the Hispanic neighborhood of town. And it's very beautiful there. You know, I lie on my friend's sofa, because she hasn't got the spare room or anything. I get the sofa in the front, and I wake up to the smell of freshly baked tortillas. It's lovely. I like that bit in the morning, but all night there's noises, there's mariachis coming home, there's sirens. And this particular night, I just couldn't sleep. There was no one there to sing me a lullaby, so I wrote this little one for myself.
Zoe Lewis. Wow, this is great. What a day, huh? So everybody, say a thanks to the sound team here, Klondike Sound, that give us this great music. Next up from York Beach, Maine. He tells me he has some 8 children.
Well, greetings from the Lobster State. Thanks for coming out, everybody. It's an honor to be part of this concert. In honor of Paul McCartney getting engaged this week, I'm going to like to do my silly love song today. Here we are by the door. I guess we're learning what love is for. Dry your eyes, shed no tears. We'll be spending our lives here. Life is hard and the world is cold. I just want to grow old by your side, by the door. I guess we're learning what love is for. And we'll live our lives close to the bone. It's love, not wood, that makes a home. You can lock the wolf outside the door. I guess we're learning what love is for. And what you give away comes back to you. I give you love and a heart so true. You can lock the wolf outside the door. I guess we're learning what love is for. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I do live in Maine, but I go down to Rhode Island a lot to visit my mother. And hey, Salty Brian. Buddy Cianci. 1 out of 2, anyway. But I go down to Rhode Island and I help her work on her house and do some chores while I'm down there. And sometimes when I stay over, she puts me in the room that used to be my dad's office. And one night I was kind of fidgety and I couldn't sleep, so I went through this drawer and I found a box of things that my mother had collected for my father. And this is a song about going through that box and what actually, it's a true story, what actually happened when I found my dad's watch. This is called A Few Seconds with My Father. She put my father's cufflinks and medals in a drawer. I guess she did not want to be reminded anymore. Some photos and a keychain, a New Bedford high school ring, a pin whose golden eagle had a broken wing. A few seconds with my father, a few moments with a man It's a one-way conversation with these pictures in my hand, in my hand. My mom is looking older as she greets me by the door. She gives me a chicken sandwich and a list of all those chores. A battery for the smoke alarm, explain her VCR. Fix the broken windows, check the oil in her car. I work all day to help her enjoy a home-cooked meal. She never talks about my dad or asks me how I feel. Sleep down in the guest room with all my father's things. I wonder what he'd think about this son who chose to sing. A few seconds with my father, a few moments with a man. It's a one-way conversation with these pictures in my hand, in my hand. Through that drawer one night, I found some things that I had missed. A U.S. Navy tie clip and the watch from around his wrist. I don't know what made me do it. You know it's been a crazy year. I put the tie clip in my pocket, held that watch up to my ear. It was then that I knew the angels must be all around. 'Cause in the quiet of that bedroom, well, I heard the greatest sound. That watch ticked off a few seconds, maybe 4, maybe 5. For those precious moments, my dad was still alive. A few seconds with my father, a few moments with a man. It's a one-way conversation with these pictures in my hand, in my hand. Looking older as she starts to say goodbye. Some coffee for my travel cup, some homemade apple pie, and a useless wish that everything could still remain the same. I crawl back in my old van and I head on back to Maine. A few seconds with my father, a few moments with a man. It's a one-way conversation with these pictures in my hand, in my hand, in my hand. Thank you very, very much. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello. How about a hand for Curt Bessette? Really good, Curt. Hi, my name is Cliff Seltzer. I run the Main Stage Coffee House with Jody Gill over there. And we just moved to White Plains, New York. Please fill out the survey forms because 3 people will be coming back and appearing on the main stage next year. And we're going to have the Falcon Ridge preview tour in May. You ready? Coming up is Rose Gerber from Putney, Vermont, and she has a new CD coming out in the fall. So welcome, Rose.
Thank you. Wow, his last song there just totally got me. This song's about appreciating every moment of life. It's called Fine Wine. Thank you very much. This next song is a song that I wrote about it.
Everyone is coming out. Our closet set aside. I see your true colors now. Ignorance and pride. If God is going to strike us down, if this is not His plan, then we won't ask no questions of the military man. I see the enemy is right. I see the enemy is right. This is my agenda to open up your eyes. Prejudice will not win out, and hatred always dies. But you are clinging tightly to the fabric of your soul. And now that it's unwinding, you're afraid to lose control. I see the enemy is right. I see the enemy is right. Clean cut white, perfectly straight is all the right. We'll tolerate. I see the enemy is right.
Thank you all very much. Have an excellent time.
Rose Gerber. I've got to make an apology out here. I've been mentioning this survey form we want everybody to fill out, and I found out it's not in your program. Hard to fill it out, isn't it? You'll find the survey forms, and I apologize again that we don't have them in your hands for you to do this, but you'll find survey forms at the CD tent, and again over at the pedestrian bridge when you go over that parking lot as you come in. You can fill a form out there. We just need you to get us that form before the end of the weekend. So please, once again, I'm sorry we don't have them in your hands, but please fill out those survey forms. It helps us determine who to bring back. Our next artist will be opening tomorrow night for Dwight Yoakam. And I had the pleasure of playing music with him last night. It's our very own Pennsylvania singing cowboy from Philadelphia, Jeff Twardzik.
Check, 1, 2, check. Thank you. This song is about a friend of mine. She told me that she liked the rain. And I called her up one day. I said, it's raining out. And probably should be a good day for you. She said, it's wintertime. I don't like the rain in the wintertime. I said, what? She said, what, are you stupid? I meant the summer. Okay, this is called She Likes the Rain.
She likes the rain.
This song is called Headed South.
Yeah, this one
Thank you.
No, I'm saying about that. I didn't know they were going to play this.
It was Jeff Twardzik. Even though it's not that hot today, don't forget to put your sunscreen on or we're all going to get fried. And drink a lot of water also.
But once it takes the start, David and Karen ended up going to the place to bed and breakfast.
It's a really difficult job voting on all these people. We listened to close to 400 CDs to come up with 25 people, or 24 people. We heard a lot of really good music. So.
Hello.
It was shortly after that. There's a couple nights. I wish I could have left. They didn't have anyone out there last night. I don't know how. The whole point of keeping the campground, open.
Hi. We're still in sound check. Oh, there's a clock.
I could have done last night. They had a.
We're still in sound check.
Both nights I wanted to put it out of shape. What the heck?
I can take it from.
Really worked out nice, and I'm doing the same thing. I hope
I feel like I'm getting ready for surgery. Things are just happening around me.
2 nights. Just like 1 a.m. to 7.
Hi, everybody. Yo! Woo! Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I saw Weiser last night. He beat that guy down last Fort Dark. I used to go to a lot of these shows. Some other things. Back in the early 90s around Boston.
Does that sound out there?
I think it's just a quiet voice.
We got a sound out there already? Good sound, guys. Cool. Well, oh, we're not ready. Okay. Is this like the most perfect weather that could have been for this? Son! He's doing it. We're not starting yet. These guys are just fooling around. They can't help themselves. And the tension mounts. Okay, and that's ready out there? We're ready. Okay.
From Peekskill, New York, we have Ellen Schwartz and Roger Bruno, collectively known as Two Human, and joining them is Studio Stu on washtub bass, who's a sometimes human. Very early human.
Thank you. Can I have a little less guitar in my monitor, please? Thank you. More out there. Less out there. Less guitar.
You guys hear some bass?
Oh, and then it'll come together. Okay.
Do it.
This song is a song that we wrote in response to a tragic coffee spill that happened to Rita Houston on the subways of New York City. I dropped my cup of coffee on the ball train. All the commuters had to share my pain. They set their teeth, they hissed and they swore. My part of the coffee spread all over the floor. I hoped I was safe, but I wasn't sure. I nervously eyed that subway door. Well, it happened and I'm sorry. If I could, I would take it all back. Then it occurred to me who was to blame. It was Starbucks. I shouted, they messed up this train. Yeah, Starbucks did it. They ruined my clean white shirt. They splashed my coffee nibs with all that subway dirt. If their boiling brew wasn't so damn hot, I'd have drunk it before. I wouldn't be in this spot. Well, it happened and I'm sorry. If I could, I'd take it all back. Now once the salmonella got me on a visit to the cloisters, a group of Spanish nuns had to share my oysters. They took it in stride, they just kept on praying. But what were they hiding in the prayers they were saying? Travel this far to see the wretched victim of a bad clam bar. Well, it happened and I'm sorry, but I couldn't take it back. Thank God those sisters didn't give me no flack. Ooh, well, should more leeway be allowed when someone is suffering in front of a crowd? Don't hate that guy, got the turnpike in a mire. He's stucker than you, plus he's paying for the tire. We We all gotta pay with our pride or our care. When disaster occurs, don't break out in a rash. Apologize and say you wish you could take it all back. Yeah, yeah, you wanna take it all back. Ooh, hey, you wanna take it all back. Hey, ooh, take it all back. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Well, for me, I don't like to take the 4, 5, and 6 train. Anybody here from New York City? Woo! So you know all about the subways that go down the east side and the west side. I like to take the AC or E train and get off at 23rd Street, go to the Chelsea Square restaurant, get myself a piece of their big old baklava. That baklava's about the size of Montana. It'll make your whole day. Uh-huh, yeah, yeah. Interesting subject matter. So, we have a friend that we write songs with sometimes. She's standing over there with her hands on her hips, waiting to hear how our song is going to come out. Margot. She's a little nuts. She knows it. It's okay. And what happens is she'll either email us or fax us some lyrics. And one time she did, and we didn't get back to her soon enough, and it made her really anxious and needy. Now, we all get a little needy, and we all need a little pat on the back saying we're doing a good job. So about a week later, we get another fax from Margot, and here's what it said. I need feedback, that's what I'm about. It's a weird obsession I can't do without. Don't you ever presume I have any idea, cause I'm too cold to get in the telephone here. What I mean is, do I get a prize or a fine, or am I in limbo, stuck right on the line? Ooh, yeah. I need feedback. I need feedback to make me smile or to contemplate suicide for a while. I need notification of rating score. Do I land on my feet or my butt on the floor? Do I pass go to jail in my sin? And if on so, then tell me what it says. Just tell me. Ooh, I need feedback. It's not a good time to make me wait. My sanity's hanging by a thread. Send me a message, the hour is late. There's nothing better left unsaid. Yeah. Ooh, I gotta have a little feedback. Hey, I need feedback. I don't wanna get rough, but what you're giving is just enough. Cause someone like me really needs to know. Oh, show me some mercy to touch it slow. I could hang on if you give me a clue. Don't make me come over and squeeze it out of you. Don't make me. Ooh, I need feedback. Got to have. Oh, I really need that feedback. Ooh, I gotta have a little feedback. I need feedback, but it's getting intense. A little one-on-one would ease the suspense. I feel insecure, I need positive strokes to undo the damage your silence provokes. Well, I'm dangling on a Ferris wheel till you open up and tell me how you feel. Just tell me. Ooh, I need feedback. I need feedback. I need feedback. Ooh, you know I gotta have a little feedback. Got to have that feedback. Oh, give me that feedback. Hey, I really, really, really need feedback. Got to have it. coming from across the sea. Do you have any money for me? Gold for to pay my fee, for I have stolen the silvery cup, and hang it I'm gonna be. I don't have any money for you, gold for to pay your fee, for I have come to see you hang on yonder gallows tree. Hold up your hand, oh Joshua, she said, wait a while and see. I think I see my own dear mother coming from across the sea. Do you have any money for me? Gold for to pay my fee, for I have stolen the silvery cup, and hang it I'm gonna be. I don't have any money for you, gold for to pay your fee, for I have come to see you hang on yonder gallows tree. Hold up your hand, oh Joshua, she said, wait a while and see. I think I see my own true love coming from across the sea. Do you have any money for me? Gold for to pay my fee, for I have stolen the silvery cup, and hang it I'm gonna be. Yes, I have some money for you, gold for to pay your fee, and I have come to save your neck from yonder gallows tree. Joshua. Thank you very much. This next song is a song by Seattle singer-songwriter Mark Graham. It's about two people who fall in love. I call it a love song for the new millennium. It's about Rufus and Beverly. Rufus could play the piano, and he drove an American car. He worked 9 to sundown in some office downtown to save us from nuclear war. Beverly came from Seattle, played the mouth harp quite well, so they say. She used to write songs in an old-timey style in the hope she could sell them someday. Then Rufus and Bev became sweethearts, and nature could not be denied. They did the things lovers do under their covers, happy as clams at high tide. One morning says Rufus to Beverly, as they lay in the fondest embrace, dear, I have to confess with some minor distress,
distress. There's an issue I fear we must face. For this body you see here before you was once more like yours than like mine, and I sought the compliance of medical science to change to the sex masculine. Beverly stared back in silence. Says, Rufus, don't rue what you've done, for I have surrendered a masculine gender for this other, more feminine one. So these lovers went back to their passion. Their passion was scarcely diffused, and the knot they soon tied, though deep down inside they were ever so slightly confused. Thank you. What a great day. Last song I'm going to do is a traditional Irish song. It's called Johnny Be Fair. Oh, Johnny be fair and Johnny be good, and he wants me for to wed. And I would have married Johnny, but me father up and said, I hate to tell your daughter, but your mother never knew that Johnny, he's a son of mine, and so was kin to you. Oh, Willie be fair and Willie be good, and he wants me for to wed. And I would have married Willie, but me father up and said, I hate to tell your daughter, but your mother never knew that Willie, he's a son of mine, and so was kin to you. Oh, Jimmy be fair and Jimmy be good, and he wants me for to wed. And I would have married Jimmy, but me father up and said, I hate to tell your daughter, but your mother never knew that Jimmy, he's a son of mine, and so was kin to you. So I went home to me mother, and I hung me head in shame of all the lads in the village, and I couldn't change my name. My mother said, if your father knew it's me, he'd surely kill. For your father's not your father, so marry whom you will. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
Debra Cowan. Everybody's got their sunscreen, drinking water. If you start feeling bad by any chance, we have a med tent over here to my right of the stage. Our next artist comes from Amherst, Massachusetts, and like all the other artists here, after his performance, he'll have CDs in the tent. Please welcome Richard Berman.
Hey, Pat. All right. I just drove up.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. Glad the weather's held. I'm going to start off with a song that was inspired by an internet story that was sent to me by a good friend. The story was anonymously written. And it turns out that, in fact, it's a German writer who wrote this story, and the story as I got it takes place in Mexico on a small fishing village. So it's been changed. It's a wonderful story though, and I thought I would turn it into a song. It's called On the Mexican Coast. In a small fishing village on the Mexican coast, 10 yellowfin tuna on the floor of his boat. The fisherman gathers them up in a sack, smile on his face, noonday sun on his back. That's a good-looking catch, came a voice from the dock. An American tourist with a gold Rolex watch. Did it take a long time to bring in that haul? The fisherman looked up, no, not long at all. And if you fish longer, the American mused, it seems you could catch more with ease. The Fisherman climbed out of the boat with his sack. I have enough for my needs. And what do you do with the rest of your time? The American's watch gleamed in the light. The fisherman turned his gaze to the sea, looked back as he lowered the sack to his feet. In the mornings I'm in my boat fishing, then it's home to Maria, my wife. We have lunch, then take a siesta, then I play with the kids for a while. In the evenings I stroll into the village, play guitar, sing songs, harmonize, sip wine with my dear amigos. It's a full and busy life. The American side, I can give you some help. I've succeeded in business, I know how to make wealth. If you were to fish longer, set the money aside. You could save till there's a second boat you can buy. Keep saving and buying till you own your own fleet. Then you buy up your own canning plant. Mexico City, LA, then New York. You'd move as your empire expands. How long would this take? The fisherman asked. Oh, 15, 20 years will have passed. What then, asked the fisherman, what happens next? Ah, then comes the part that I love the best. When the time is right, you'll announce to the world an initial sale of your stock. And when the shares are sold, you'll be a rich man. Millions is what you'll have got. Millions, the fisherman picked up his sack. And then? What comes after that? If Americans scan the sea and the boats, look back. You retire to a village on the Mexican coast. Well, you start off your days with some fishing. Come home to Maria, your wife. Have lunch, then take your siesta. Then play with the grandkids a while. In the evenings you'll stroll into the village, play guitar, sing songs, harmonize, sip wine with your dear amigos. What more could one ask for from life?
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to bring out a good friend of mine and wonderful musician, Max Cowan. We're going to do a song that based on a true story. Something I observed in a small town in New Mexico. The people involved in it, in that initial scene in the song, are friends of mine. It's called Holding Hands in Walmart.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Doesn't seem especially brave, but I was right behind them, and I saw the cashier's face, with the look of shock and anger, then the masking of that glance. So much feeling stirred so quickly by two women holding hands. The world is not in danger of succumbing to a flood, of being overwhelmed by a rising sea of love. Every kind of caring is a blessing on the land. Seems what's needed here is more, not less, of people holding hands. One of these women had a husband for over 16 years, had worked hard to see herself as happy as she appeared, but there was a voice that called her from someplace deep inside that told her not to settle and would not be denied. Her father knows the gospel, he's an elder in his church, and for him his daughter's choice unravels his life's work. Oh, you know you're killing your mother, he tells her when she phones, and once again she's made to see there's no more going home. The world is not in danger of succumbing to a flood, of being overwhelmed by a rising sea of love. Every kind of caring is a blessing on the land. Seems what's needed here is more, not less, of people holding hands. I watch these women walking, and I am a bit in awe. They pay no heed to cashiers or others in the store, and I wonder about myself. If I loved another man, would I walk with him through Walmart? Would I offer him my hand? The world is not in danger of succumbing to a flood, of being overwhelmed by a rising sea of love. Every kind of caring is a blessing on the land. Seems what's needed here is more, not less, of people holding hands.
Thank you so much. Next, Cowan.
There was Richard Brennan. Let's have a big hand for him. He was great. This next person, I had a surprise when I got in my vehicle driving here. I turned on the radio and her voice was coming out at me. It was a big thrill to hear her on the radio. And you can also get a big thrill. She's opening for Vance Gilbert next weekend up at the Lake Champlain Cruises. You can go out and cruise and hear beautiful music. And in August, she opens for Janice Inn out in California. For any of you folks that decide you've had it with the East Coast and decide to go to the West Coast, that's where she's from, and here she is, Suzanne Buirgy.
Well, I've never been to the Berkshires before, but my God, this is incredibly beautiful. I've never played at Falcon Ridge, of course, so I'm kind of looking at this like a first date. Trash on the corner, swept up by the breeze, twirling, whirling in a dance no one sees, except for me, except for me. My eyes are open, staring straight ahead. For years you were quiet, everyone thought you were dead, except for me, except for me. I miss your gentle nature and your southern way, your wicked sense of humor, all the things you say. We raised our voice like angels, we raised our glasses too. I figured it was just a phase that we were going through. Car in the driveway, your lips on my curls, words slurring softly, you never loved a girl, except for me, except for me. I met your family, they were so proud, no one dared speak their feelings out loud, except for me, except for me. I miss your gentle nature eventually. Late at night, the telephone rings. You moved to the desert. You took all your things, except for me. Except for me. Oh, love can be an anchor, love can be a chain. No one expected to see you again, except for me. Oh, except for me. And I'm just your gentle nature and your silent ring. Wicked sense of humor, got the things you'd say. Should've known that one day you would choose the devil over me. Everybody wises up eventually. Except for me. Turn out to be. Except for me. Except for me. Thank you. Whew. Hit that one so hard I knocked my guitar right out of tune. I'd like to thank Ann Saunders and Howard Randall and the committee for choosing all of us. It's really a great pleasure to be here. And I'd like to thank WKZE and Bob Smith and Hal Lefferts for playing my stuff. That's really great. And Alice Kroll for doing all the work she does for me, and Judy Weeder for coming all the way here with me. Would have been 10 years old. You would have been going to school. You would have been living your life with me, you'd probably be tall for your age, with a head full of curls and eyes like the deep blue sea. Well, it's not an easy thing. It's taken all this time to know that what I did was right. In my mind I hold your hand. In my heart I know you understand as I sing you this lullaby tonight. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Na 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 na. You would have been born in June, and the man in the moon would have smiled down on your bed. Well, I would have loved you so hard. I would have kept you so safe. At least that's the story in my head. It's amazing what time can do, 'cause I'm lying to me and you, baby. The truth's nowhere inside. The truth is that I was young, not ready to mother someone or to sing you this lullaby tonight. Da 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 I was as wild as a weed, drunk on love, high on speed. We all must lie in the beds we made, but I couldn't let you suffer for my mistake. You would have been 10 years old. You would have been going to school. You would have been living your life with me, with me. You'd probably be tall for your age, with a head full of curls and eyes like the deep blue sea. There are those who would call me names. There are those who would say I sinned. But if I had it all to do over, I'd do the same thing again. 'Cause this is just between me and you. And the only thing I want to do is to sing you this lullaby tonight. Da 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 da
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jennifer.
That was Suzanne Buirgy. She's going to be playing at Outpost in the Burbs, Buirgy, in Montclair, New Jersey, sometime in the fall. In September, opening for who? Vance Gilbert. The Outpost in the Burbs, and they have a booth all the way down this way next to WFUV booth. You're welcome, Richard. You might have one of these survey forms in your program book. If you don't, they're at the CD tent, and they're also at the pedestrian bridge, so please pick one up and fill it out. And coming up now is Robert Bobby from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. This first song is called Best of All Possible Worlds. Every day is a sunny day, tropical breeze to blow your blues away. Days are warm and the nights are hot. I wouldn't trade this world for any world you got. It's the best of all possible worlds. 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 We got the nuclear power just working for us. Good clean energy without the fuss. Don't have to shovel no coal or breathing no smoke, and just a little inconvenient when it's broke. It's the best of all possible worlds. It's the best of all possible you. Have any Lucinda Williams fans out there? All right, this is a song I wrote a few years back about going to the bottom line to see Lucinda Williams play. It's called Lucinda Williams.
I think I'm gonna run and go to the shower. It's gonna take about 15 minutes.
Called her by a friend of mine. Went down to the bottom line.
You don't know where
Lucinda Williams, that's your name. You're the reason why I came. All alone except for Gerber. You sang your songs for all you were. In the space between the songs, I noticed there was something gone. You stole the feeling. You stole the feelings. You stole the feeling from my heart. Been around the block I've been hard and put up with. Life's small moments both pass by. You corner with a falcon's eye. No performance, we didn't shine. What you did to this heart of mine, it isn't so much emptiness. It's just that there's more room, I guess. 'Cause you stole the feeling. You stole the feelings. You stole the feeling from my heart. Called her by a friend of mine. Went down to the bottom line. Lucinda Williams, that's your name. You're the reason why I came. All alone except for Gerber. You sang your songs for all you were. And in the space between the songs, I noticed there was something gone. You stole the feeling. You stole the feelings. You stole the feelings from my heart. Yes, you stole the feeling. You stole the feelings. You stole the feeling from my heart. This last song is called AC/DC Rag, typical song about a guy who finds out his wife is gay and decides to have a sex change operation to stay with her. It goes like this. Oh, well, my mother used to be my father till he found out my mother was gay. So he went to Baltimore for the weekend, came home in a female way. Well, my mother, she's still my mother. Yeah, but my father is my mother too. Saves on clothes, but heaven knows it's it takes some getting used to. At the father-son banquet last weekend, well, I'm sure we were the talk of the town. Me, I wore my new blue suit, and my father wore his best evening gown. When we walked through the door, I saw some jaws hit the floor. Everybody gave my old man the eye. Well, it occurred to me you could plainly see he was no longer just one of the guys. Oh, well, my mother used to be my father till he found out my mother was gay. So he went to Baltimore for the weekend, came home in a female way. Well, my mother, she's still my mother. Yeah, but my father is my mother too. Saves on clothes, but heaven knows it it certainly takes getting used to. Tony Bennett left his heart in San Francisco. My father left some things in Baltimore. Everything went okay once the neighbors moved away till the census man came knocking on the door. He looked kind of confused. We had mothers by the twos, but we didn't have a father by the ones. And the census man opted when he found a not adopted to make it out of there on the run. Oh, well, my mother used to be my father till he found out my mother was gay. So he went to Baltimore for the weekend, came home in the female way. Well, my mother, she's still my mother. Yeah, but my father is my mother too. Saves on clothes, but heaven knows it certainly takes getting used to. Well, it saves on clothes, but heaven knows it certainly takes getting used to. Well, it saves on clothes, but heaven knows it certainly takes some getting used to. Thank you very much.
Now that was fun. There was Robert Bobby. Next we have Big Cow. 4 folks, Susan and Glenn Arnowitz, Leon Zyka, G. Mancini. And they are going to be at the Willow Creek Bluegrass Festival in Montgomery, New York in August. And you get to see them here on our stage. Yes. Now, you're sitting out there, don't forget your sunscreen and your water. If you don't have it, they have it at the first aid stations. Please remember water and sunscreen.
How's that for a sound check?
Hello.
No, we just took them one day, or like we took it in Saturday. We went out on Friday, and they brought it back. Or it was done on Monday. I thought it happened that Friday. It did happen on Friday. We took it. It did. We took it Sunday.
Well, I guess while we're getting a sound check here, we're from Warwick, New York, and this is our first time playing in front of a large crowd of people, so I'm going to try not to be nervous. Actually, I'm really not nervous. This is a lot of fun for us. Actually, we're thrilled. This first tune is called Lonely Town, the title cut from our CD.
I can't play with my eyes.
Don't know what I'm gonna do with you. On the way, I'll follow you, follow you. I've been here before. Get to where we're talking through. Nod your head, and I believe, I'll get back on again, yeah. You keep naming all the other love you found. I keep tripping over things you left around. Ride your train.